Hey guys, welcome back to Absolutely Preposterous Sports. I'm your host, Richard Biggs. Today I'm joined by Kyle Irving, our MLB, NBA, NFL, NCAA, NHL, and WNBA analyst, as well as Michael Salmon, the largest man who ever walked the face of the earth. How you doing, guys?
Doing
Doing
pretty
great.
well.
All right, so let's just start off with a quick Game 3 recap for the NBA Finals before we preview Game 4. Now, since it's in the bubble, there was no home court advantage. If this was a normal series, I guess you would have expected the Heat to have a better chance of winning with a home court. But since
Right.
it's in the bubble, I don't think anyone was expecting some sort of virtuoso Jimmy Butler 40 point, 13 assist, 11 rebound dominance against LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and the Los Angeles Lakers. Were you guys surprised that one, the Heat won, and also Jimmy Butler seemed to have single-handedly won this game?
For
Well, I
sure.
don't know. You go, Kyle. Kyle Irving.
All
I'm
right, thank you, thank you,
sorry.
thank you. It's all good, man. It's all good. See, it was kind of a surprising game. Wouldn't think they would come out on top. Jimmy Butler with his mustache, dude. I've said it in the past. It's crazy. Like I don't know how he could even focus with that thing. So the fact that he can pull off 40 points, 11 rebounds, and 13 assists in one game and take over is just baffling to me.
It's incredible, and he keeps doing it. I mean, it's nothing new, right? He carried them all the way up to this point. So
Well, one
I,
could
don't- I don't
say
see
that
why.
he had help from his teammates. Bam Adebayo. Is your
That's
is your
facts.
daughter yelling in the background, Kyle? What is this noise? Small
I
children,
don't know what that
everyone.
was.
Don't have small
I have no idea
children.
what that was.
They'll yell while you're at work. But Bam Adebayo had some amazing games throughout the playoff series. Tyler Hero had that 137-point game. So it's not to say that Jimmy Butler has had no help, but it's definitely surprising that he just decided that one game he was going to be the man and take over. Let's
Oh,
switch over to the Lakers side because call me a hater, but I believe that the Lakers more lost this game than the Heat won it. I say that because it was a close game at the end, despite a atrocious performance from Anthony Davis and LeBron James, as well as the other three starters. I mean, if we go Dwight Howard, 4 points, 3 rebounds as a starter. He only played 14 and a half minutes, but still 4 points is pretty terrible. Contavious Caldwell-Pope played almost 30 minutes. He played 29 minutes and 10 seconds with 5 points. And Danny Green played 16 minutes and 40 seconds, had 2 points. If you throw me out there for 16 minutes and 40 seconds, I'm not making a field goal, but I'm going to flop, I'm going to flail, I'm going to get to the free throw line. I'll have at least 2 points in 16 minutes.
yeah.
I
What are
mean,
these guys doing? Running back and forth? Like, come on, put the
this
ball in
is
the
a
hoop.
Tony Snell 0 point, 0 assists, 0 rebounds, 0 turnover, 0 steal, 0 block game in 26 minutes.
Yeah.
The only good side off the bench for the Lakers was Markieff Morris had 19 points, and so did Kyle Kuzma. Definitely
Those
not
are
expecting them. Those of you who watched would realize that Markieff Morris hit some very, very big shots at the end of the game, which made it interesting. But unfortunately, Anthony Davis and LeBron James not showing up in the fourth quarter, I think, in my opinion, was the real reason that the Lakers lost this game. What do you guys think about Anthony Davis and LeBron James being a little complacent in the fourth quarter, shooting too many threes, not going to the rim?
Yeah, I just think these guys, they can't be perfect every game. So if you go up 2-0, maybe they took a little gas off the pedal, but I think no signs of worrying. They're gonna be right back in it.
You think they're going to bounce back in Game 4, Michael?
Not a not
Not a
not
doubt.
a concern at all. Not a doubt.
Kyle?
Honestly, see, like Davis didn't show up the whole game. To be completely honest with you, 15 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. That's a terrible stat line for a finals game, especially when
But
you're one of the best players on the court. So the fact that he's pulling those numbers in a crucial game to win, I mean, like, you got to
like,
be
come on.
better.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
thing that jumped off the stat sheet for me wasn't just that he didn't score a lot of points. He played 32 minutes with 0 blocks and only 5 rebounds. I think as a big man, he's like 6'10", 6'11", depending on what kind of shoes he's wearing. That's just effort to me. If you only pull down 5 boards, probably all of them were defensive anyway. As the best big man on the court by far, I think that's just a lack of effort, and I hope we get to see a little change around in Game 4.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
I agree as well.
All right, so let's preview Game 4 because it is currently 3:30. The game starts in about 2.5 hours. Starts at
Mhm.
6, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's in a couple hours, so we have a little bit of time to preview the game. I don't. Do we know if Bam Adebayo is playing? I haven't heard word if Bam Adebayo is going to be playing.
Bam does plan to play in Game 4. Yes.
Okay, so the Lakers won't have any excuses. Neither will the Heat, I guess. The Heat proved that they can, in fact, beat the Lakers in a close game, and having arguably their best or tied for their best, their 1A to their 1B player back will definitely give them a bolster, but I can't imagine that the Lakers play as complacent as they did in Game 3. It just seems preposterous. It seems absolutely preposterous that these guys would.
They can't go out and do the same thing again.
Let's predict some stat lines. I'll just throw out a name of a player, and then I'll go Kyle first, and then Mycicle. You tell me the big three. Tell me their points, rebounds, assists. Jimmy Butler in Game 4.
All right, for Jimmy, I have down he's gonna rock a 32-point game with about 7 rebounds and let's say 7 assists.
All right.
Nice.
Mycicle.
I'm gonna say Jimmy's gonna take a bit off the scoring tonight. He's only gonna put up about 19 points, but I could see him getting a solid amount of rebounds and assists, maybe 8 apiece.
Okay. What about Tyler Hero? Funny stat I looked up. Tyler Hero is 2 days younger than me, which makes me feel really bad about my position in life. How does Tyler Hero play in Game 4?
Hero. Let's see. Game 3 he only put up 17 points. So I think he's gonna pick it up a little bit. I think he's gonna get to at least 20. So let's say about 24 points today, with about maybe 1 rebound, and we'll say
one
he has
rebound. You think he's getting out on the break before the rebounds come in?
Yeah.
All right, Mycicle. Tyler Hero.
I'm gonna say Tyler Hero is not going to go off today. I think he's gonna be a bricklayer. Actually, I think it's gonna be his second day in a row. I think he's only gonna put up about 13.
Okay.
With a few rebounds and let's say 4 assists.
So, Mycicle, I want to break this down. You have
I'm
Jimmy
a
Butler.
doubter.
You have Jimmy Butler and Tyler Hero underperforming tonight. Do the Heat find points in other places from other players that we might not expect, or do they just have such a down night that there just aren't a lot of points to go around?
Well, no. I think they're gonna get a big support from their big man coming back off the injured list.
Okay, so you think
Mr. Bam Adebayo?
You think he's making up
Yes.
for all of that? How do you think
Correct.
the bench performs? How do you think the likes of, well, I guess Jay Crowder, Miles Leonard, Duncan Robinson are technically starters, but how do you think they play? Kelly Olynyk, that's a that's a 8-ball for the Heat right there.
He's their secret weapon. I think, you get Kelly Olynyk going, Jay Crowder going, they could sneak a Game 4 in.
I heard a lot of rumblings that, like, how can Anthony Davis allow Kelly Olynyk to put up 17, but even Dwight Howard, how could Dwight Howard allow Kelly Olynyk to put up 17? But what people don't realize is that Kelly Olynyk likes to shoot the 3-ball, and Anthony Davis plays more on the perimeter, but Kelly Olynyk was matched up against Dwight Howard for a bit, and Dwight is he looks like a black swan out there on the 3-point line. He doesn't know which way to move his feet. He doesn't know which way to turn his hips out there. He looks a little lost. So I think Kelly Olynyk putting up a couple of 3-pointers wasn't a surprise, but hopefully they figure out a nice switch to get him off the 3-point line. All right, guys. LeBron James. Kyle?
LeBron definitely going to be playing better than Game 3. I think he's gonna at least maybe even match Jimmy with my 32 or even higher. So I think he might get like a 35-point game. I think he would definitely have a lot of assists, maybe 11 assists, and about 12 rebounds.
Okay, so a typical LeBron James 30-point triple-double in the finals.
Of course.
Mycicle?
I'm gonna back it up there. I think he's gonna have a big Game 4. I have no doubts about those numbers too.
Do you think he's going to stuff the stat sheet or simply just score a lot of points, or both?
I think LeBron he's scared that he might lose the MVP to his teammate Anthony Davis, so I think he's going to be stuffing those assists and rebounds today. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I definitely noticed that at the end of Game 3. He only had 25 points, and he knew that if he just hit one of those 3-pointers, maybe he gets a little bit of a boost. I don't think he was really trying to win that game, but you can definitely tell when he bodies Kyle Kuzma or Dwight Howard for a random defensive rebound in the first quarter that He's definitely at least conscious of that Finals MVP in the back of his mind.
Oh, he
Yeah,
definitely knows. He definitely knows.
He definitely knows.
I mean,
think
he's a little more safe now with it because of Davis's 15-point game in Game 3. Davis definitely have to show up in Game 4 in order to retain like even a conversation about getting the Finals MVP. 15 points is just inexcusable with
Yeah,
5
facts.
rebounds and 3 assists.
that brings
It really
me.
brings his averages down, you know.
Yeah.
So this is something that I'm predicting, and I want to hear your guys' opinion after it. I have Anthony Davis having 45 points. I have him having a 45-point double-double with 15-plus rebounds. He's never really been a big assist guy, but I have him 45 points, 15-plus rebounds in Game 4. I don't know what it is. Anthony Davis doesn't seem to have that dog in him, but I don't know. Bam's kind of small, and last time Bam played Anthony Davis, Anthony Davis went off. So I think maybe Bam being back just gets Anthony Davis thinking like, hey, I finally have someone who I can guard, and he really steps up his A game. What do you guys think?
And people also forget, AD only missed 2 shots all of Game 2, right?
Oh, that
That's
is true. Yeah, he had a.
He's one
outstanding-
game removed from that. So at 45, I mean, I could totally see it. I'm buying in.
How do you think he does on rebounds?
Personally,
Sorry, Kyle.
rebounds?
You can go, Kyle.
I think 40. Would you say 45 points?
Yeah.
A little bit of a reach. I think he might reach 40, but honestly, I think it's gonna be a high 30 game if he goes off. I don't see him getting 45 points, but
I think it's just going to be an
I'm a
explosion.
skeptic.
Yep.
I've seen
I mean,
Davis have virtuoso games randomly throughout his career when he gets a little angry. When he had some social media drama back in New Orleans, he had a couple games throughout that season where he just exploded randomly. And I think, I think he was too happy. He's like, hey, man, I got my first championship. I don't have to go back to Chicago. And I think he just let it slip. And I think he's one of those players where if you get him a little angry, like that Michael Jordan meme is like, and then I took it personally. And I think all of the stars are aligned for an explosion tonight.
I agree.
Yeah,
right.
it's very valid.
Now, most importantly, Alex Caruso, stat lines. Let me hear him.
All right, 75 points. Definitely 75 points. Maybe 15 rebounds and about 20 assists. for the
Okay.
man.
So an off night for the Caruso.
Yeah, it might be an off night, but he's definitely
But he'll
just
contribute. He'll
doing his thing.
contribute.
Yeah.
He had
All I
26
know-
minutes last game. That was pretty impressive.
Wow, a lot of minutes. All I'm gonna say is, AD and LeBron better be looking out. They better be getting their fair share of points because the Caruso is coming in.
Yeah, I think it was it you, Mycicle, who was on the segment a couple days ago where we talked about Finals MVP favorites,
That was me.
playoff Rondo or the Caruso.
Correct.
I think Caruso's the dark horse. I think it was
I
going
agree.
to be similar to when LeBron lost that Finals in 2015 against the Warriors, and everyone was saying, you know what, he might be the first player ever to lose the Finals and still deserve the Finals MVP. I think it might be that. Like Alex Caruso might be the first player to no one except for us talks about for Finals MVP, and he swoops in there, and he's holding the trophy at the end of the week.
He just doesn't get the love that he deserves, And I'm glad we're shedding a light on him.
Yeah, the
A
bald
true
eagle
icon,
is
to be
the
completely
bald
honest.
eagle is
True
definitely
icon, indeed.
definitely a star in our league, and he's only 25, 26.
Wow.
He's the same age
Such-
as Anthony Davis. So can
such
you
young
imagine?
talent.
As a Lakers fan, this is why I see so much promise in this roster, because LeBron James, everyone can argue of when it's going to happen, but eventually he'll hit a decline. He can't
Yeah.
play till he's 70, whether it's when he's 40 or when he's 45 or when he's 38 in a couple of years. But we have two young players in Anthony Davis and Alex Caruso who we can just lock in with max money. We can throw them both a super max. We have their bird rights at this point.
Yeah, I don't
And
see
then we
why
have
not.
5 to 8 years of just dominance with that pick and roll. Can you imagine in 5 years, like veteran multi-champion Alex Caruso the Caruso, aka the bald eagle, aka Mama, there goes that man,
Okay,
and
God.
and Anthony Davis in that pick and roll at age 30 with some experience under their belt, some championship pedigree. Can you imagine, guys?
Absolutely unstoppable.
I couldn't even begin to
Better,
imagine.
better duo than Kobe and Shaq. Better duo than Pippen and Jordan. I can't even.
Wow.
It's just insane.
I have to agree. All right, guys, before we close our show off, any final absolutely preposterous predictions for Game 4?
I think that there's going to be a brawl on the court. There's going to be a lot of blood and a lot of tears.
Who do you think gets into it?
I think it's going to be.
Do you think it's going to be a rematch of Tyler Hero and Markieff Morris at halftime from Game 3?
Yeah, we could see some tensions escalating between those two. Yeah, I want to say between Tyler Hero and Morris.
All right, Kyle?
See, I think during the game, I think that a meteor is going to hit the bubble, and it's gonna stop the game completely.
Like in the Super Bowl when the lights went out and the Niners ended up losing.
Indeed.
That is definitely a preposterous prediction, but what are they? I almost said meteorologists. Astrologists are saying, or whatever their title is, that there's some meteors heading towards Earth right now. You could be right.
Concerning.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening to Absolutely Preposterous Sports. I've been your host, Richard Biggs. We were joined by Kyle Irving and Mystical Salmon. I'll see you guys later.